Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel, The Truth Hurts. Today is my 200th video on narcissism, and I'm announcing the tickets to the 2018 Narcissistic Abuse Awareness Convention in New York City next year. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a go. It's a go. The convention dates will be Saturday, October 6th through Sunday, October 7th, 2018. The tickets will be sold on Eventbrite on the convention's website, narcissisticawareness.com. This convention is to help people understand what has happened to them, what is narcissistic behavior, and how to deal with emotional trauma. For several painstaking months of dealing with YouTube's personalities, including an envious so-called therapist telling people this event is a scam simply because he didn't implement it. Go to red flag number 167B, the 2018 Narcissistic Convention, and read the comments to see who it is. I have succeeded in creating this summit by gathering the most prestigious individuals in the arena of narcissism. I told you, love is a battlefield. And this convention will be the coliseum for training to become a gladiator to survive combat with a narcissist. Your trainers will be 2 licensed psychotherapists, each with 30 years experience to help clear your mind. A divorce attorney with 30 years experience who will discuss arbitration with a narcissist. An anger management therapist with 10 years experience will discuss quelling narcissistic rage. 3 life coaches who will discuss red flags of dating, including myself, who have 10 years experience. Now, this is my first time doing anything of this magnitude, and foresight causes me to leave room for misfortunes. Therefore, anything pertaining to this convention is subject to change. Many domestic survivors don't realize their abusers were narcissists. Narcs are monsters that lack empathy and remorse, thus they can do anything to you and not feel bad about it. The primary focus for this 2-day conference is to provide global awareness with experienced professionals in the behavior field along with survivors telling their stories, to discuss significant issues pertaining to no contact, stress belief, trauma bonding, and divorce proceedings. We will attempt to answer the many questions you still have. Did the monster ever really love you? Why do you miss the monster despite being horrible to you? Is the monster thinking about you? How to deal with the monster's flying monkeys? What to do when the monster calls the police with false accusations? How do you handle the monster when you have children with them? How to handle monsters that are immediate family members. This will be accomplished by the panel delivering 20-minute lectures and a private 1-hour workshops. For example, a doctor specializing in hoovering will discuss what narcissists do when they want to come back to their comfort zone to create more damage. There's not one of us that didn't take our narcs back after a breakup, when they begged us to take them back, after they grown bored cheating with their new supply, only to do the same thing to us again. The reason why they get away with the things they do is because society is naive about their mode of operation, their MO, which is why we constantly get duped by them, while society tells us to get over it, when we are suffering from being mistreated over and over and over again. If you are a true survivor, you know damn well getting over it is almost next to impossible. Getting over it and just letting them go is giving the narcissist power to mistreat someone else. It is your duty to help someone else by becoming a whistleblower. A whistleblower is someone that exposes secretive intentional wrong. Whistleblowing is morally necessary for people who understand on an emotional intelligence level that any form of narcissistic abuse should be disclosed and put a stop to it immediately rather than be given the chance to become a secret. This is why you will be given a whistle at the convention. I created my videos because after my discard, I noticed my monster ran a smear campaign behind my back. My monster was looking into my eyes and telling me I love you, while at the same time telling my ex before her, her family, her friends, and police that was a piece of shit that was using her, and how I begged her to take me back, when all I did was beg and pleaded to tell me why she left me. Red flag! Never ask why, because you will never get it answered. Run! At that same time, I knew nothing of narcissistic behavior. I needed the truth to be told and to expose her lies. However, I noticed when I made my videos, people gravitated to me. I was actually revealing their stories. Look for yourself. Go at random to any of my 200 videos on narcissism. You won't find one video that doesn't have a thank you on it, because they related to what was said. I became the voice of people, of survivors. This inspired me to take my work to the next level. I refer to myself as a love doctor who specializes in catching people creeping, lying, and cheating in relationships. Now my passion causes me to make people aware that monsters do exist. The convention's logo will be the Komodo dragon. These lizards are the world's largest lizards and are considered monsters with forked tongues that will slowly kill you and eat you alive if you are vulnerable and gullible. You will learn how to identify a monster, how to run from a monster, and how to handle a monster when you cannot run. With anything, there's a particular way to run. My mother taught me, when running from a snake, you run straight. With an alligator, you zigzag. You will be taught how to run from a narcissist. You stand your ground, then walk away with no contact. Now, the no contact is not just for a peace of mind. No contact is a special way of saying, fuck you. This is the best way to get revenge on a narcissist. The following goes to show you that anger and obsession is a good thing if you are doing the right thing. I have blocked 100 hotel rooms to give the conference a friendly ambiance. Everyone at that hotel will be a member of the convention. So when you greet and converse with anyone and share your story, because that's what we all want to do, you will feel comfortable knowing someone understands you and won't make you feel uncomfortable with the demeanor of get over it. We have all been through the same thing. Only the details are different. Such as biting people's ears off, or scrubbing the toilet bowl with the Narc's toothbrush, or purchasing bed bugs and strategically placing them in the Narc's bed. The personal stories will have you rolling with laughter. eye candy comedian Lady Di will be there to make sure you laugh. So instead of crying from hurting, you will be crying laughing. The Sheraton Hotel downtown Brooklyn is where the convention will be held. I chose this hotel for the accommodations. Brand new hotel, clean, safe area, friendly staff, Starbucks in the lobby, pool table, indoor swimming pool, gym, and most importantly, low hotel rates. You will be smack in the heart of downtown Brooklyn, in the midst of shopping malls, Macy's, the famous junior restaurants known for their cheesecakes. You will be in the midst of Brooklyn's authentic brownstone residential area. You will literally be 15-minute walking distance from the famous Brooklyn Bridge. Now, when you walk over that bridge, I highly recommend you visiting the cemeteries. Yes, cemeteries. As soon as you walk over the 100-plus-year-old bridge, after the spectacular view of the Statue of Liberty's harbor, you will be 1 minute away from the famous African burial ground, the oldest and largest significant findings in American slave history. Short story. That area, right off the Brooklyn Bridge, in the old part of New York, was the last part of New York. Therefore, they put the slaves there and buried them. Then as New York started growing and they got to the area, they just put a building on top of them. Don't ain't niggas. So, they were raising the building. They go to sub-levels now. They encountered bodies. That's when they looked up the history and found out this was the African burial ground. Every building in that area got bodies under it. From Broadway to the East River, courthouses, FBI buildings that's directly across the street, City Hall, all have bodies under them. So to protect the remaining souls, New York made a law that no building in that area can be raised. You will be 5 minutes away from Trinity's Church, where Alexander Hamilton is buried. Many New Yorkers themselves don't know this one. Those that work in Wall Street walk past his tomb regularly. This is the man on the $10 bill. The only dead president on the American dollar that's not a president. He was a treasurer. Do you remember a famous story about a gun duel? Two men who stood back to back with guns in the air. What 10 paces turned to fire? Well, that's him. He lost. Hamilton versus Blur. Also, this church is the resting place of some Civil War veterans. You'll be 5-minute walking distance from Ground Zero, where I was a rescue worker that retrieved 4 bodies. You'll be 10 minutes away from the famous Macy's Herald Square, in the midst of the famous 34th Street shopping area, where the Empire State Building is also located. 5 minutes away from there is the Times Square area, the crossroads of the world. You will be there in the midst of Broadway's theater district. For a tip, Saturday night after the convention, I may be persuaded to take a group tour after the convention and take you to see these places and relay New York's history, including a trip on New York transit system and the Staten Island Ferry. The Sheraton Hotel will provide discount coupons to travel attractions. There'll be giveaways. Everyone at the conference will receive a red flag. So whenever red flag is mentioned anywhere on the premises, you will raise your flag, wave it, and yell, "Run!" When I say red flag, you say run. Red flag, run! You have the opportunity to go to a cable network's soundstage and be part of a live taping of the Love Dr. Truth Hurt show. The same show I proposed to that monster. Watch it at the end of this video. You will be downstairs in the largest part of the area, recording area, Briggs Media House. This is your chance to get your questions answered by professionals. I'm getting repeated requests all over the world. Australia, Paris, Canada, India, Germany, South America, the Philippines, to have this convention live streamed. Well, the request has been granted. This awareness movement is not just for those that have money. People viewing the streaming will be able to call in for free. There will be food and music and none of that gangster rap crap. The music theme for this event will be songs on narcissism. The lyrics will be therapeutic, such as Renee and Angela's You Don't Have to Cry, Johnny Taylor's I Believe in You, Daryl Hall and John Oates' Man Eater. Whoa, here she comes. Watch out, boy, she'll chew you up. She's a man eater. Once again, the Komodo Dragon. The meet and greet party will commence at 9 o'clock during this studio setup. In the meantime, you can meet new friends and get things off your chest. This conference is therapeutic, healing, enlightening, and enjoyable. So to recap, tickets sold on Eventbrite on the convention's website, narcissistic.com. Saturday, October 6th and October 6th, 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Brick Media House meet and greet. 10:30 to 11:30, taping of the Truth Hurts show. And then back to the hotel for the main conference from 1 to 5. And dinner buffet served from 6 to 8. Sunday, October 7th. 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. breakfast, 11 a.m. to 3 private lectures in breakout rooms, and 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. conference closing. 2 fun-filled days, all with excitement for the low cost of $350. You will purchase tickets for the convention and hotel separately. The convention's tickets are non-refundable. The hotel's tickets, $269, are refundable according to the hotel's policy. There is only one setback to this convention. Only 200 people can attend this first-time event. Thus, because of spacing, it's first come, first serve. So you must book now to secure a room for next year's date, because these tickets are expected to go quick. Also, your funds are what's needed to secure the venue's contracts. Many of my YouTube subscribers can verify and testify. I tried my best to give you the best. Special thanks to the convention's panel, who donated their time, foregoing their usual honorariums, to help deliver the message to you. These are the ones that care and not doing this just for the money. There will be so much need. This will be your so much needed vacation your brain needs from your thoughts of your monster. I promise you a fun-filled, informative conference that will make you forget the sadness of your narcissist. Now, what will this convention do for you? And what will you be getting for your money? When you leave this conference, you'll be much stronger and wiser. You will learn what the hell happened in your relationship. You will learn how these monsters operate. You will learn how to think. Because when you're in love, you see everything and comprehend nothing. When you understand narcissism, your many questions will get answered. With your questions answered, you will get closure. When you get closure, you will be more at peace. You won't cry anymore, because you will realize you were crying over nothing. You will meet new friends and build a personal support group. You will learn to deal with your discard. Go to my first video, Discipline and Self-Control with a Narcissist, I made 1 year ago this month. Notice how I was mentally and physically tore up from the floor up. One man said to my monster, "You completely embarrassed this brother. He was trying to help people. He made you part of his platform to build with you. And you tried to destroy the shit he worked hard to build." My best friend told me, "Don't you dare go in front of that camera looking like that." Look at me now. See the progression of my recovery for yourself. I'm now looking healthier and in a better state of mind. I'm now the director of this global event and a respected life coach. My television show is now going global. People are asking me for my autograph. People are paying me to coach them. People are paying me honorariums to deliver speeches to the point where I have to get an accountant. I feel so much better about myself, and so will you. I'm the living example of it does get better in time. You will become a whistleblower on these monsters, lastly and foremost. You will recognize the behavior in other people and know when to run when you see it. If you have any questions or concerns, please let me know within the comment sections of this video. See you at the convention. Red flag! Get your tickets now before it's too late. Run!